California woman woke up to find obsessed stalker sucking her toes.
Modesto man is now convicted of breaking into a woman's home and sucking on her toes. We have a picture from May of last year when Cristian Solorio was arrested. Prosecutors say Solorio began stalking that victim in February of last year, and then in May broke into her home, and while she slept, he started biting and licking her toes. When the victim woke up, she was able to talk to keep the suspect calm until her family members could help her and call 911.
I mean, she has 10 toes. The least they could do is give him a year for each toe, because you know he's not going to do that whole 6 years. Back in May 2023, there was the story of a man that woke up in his Nashville Hilton hotel room to the Nashville Hilton hotel manager sucking on his feet. Then in September 2024, you had the weirdo that was hiding under cars on that scorching Arizona pavement. You remember that year when the soul was melting off people's sneakers? Yeah, that year, just to look at women's feet. You got popsicles, you got Jolly Ranchers, hell, you have your own thumbs. They're all treats for some men out there, but for a special group, nothing beats a footsie pop. A California woman was dealing with an obsessed stalker at work when she woke up one night last year to find him sucking on her toes. Well, you say you want a man that's going to make the first move, ladies. There you go. Cristian Solorio, 28, received a maximum sentence of 6 years and 8 months. He's not going to do the whole 6 years after being convicted of felony stalking and breaking into a residence with the intent to commit a sex act. The Stanislaus County District Attorney announced in a March 20th press release. Can't catch a break, huh, ladies? Finally, a man that doesn't want you for your body, but he doesn't want you for your mind or your personality either. Hell, he doesn't even want you for your money. He just wants to suck cold pudding off your feet after you're exhausted from a long day's work, whether you're conscious or not. It just screams romance. Just like there were some guys out there from the last story that liked that woman who pissed all over the place in that Airbnb, some women would consider this guy an eater and snatch him right up on their roster. Solorio, a Modesto resident, immediately became obsessed with the victim after he first encountered her at her place of work in February 2025, Valentine's Day. So is Cupid responsible for shooting his arrow of love into this woman's feet? He would show up to her job multiple times a day and ask her out several times. He's being consistent. This is what you want, ladies. Even sending her a letter. This is not what ladies want. Even sending her a letter expressing a desire to take her to Mexico. That road trip you always wanted, though. In a separate press release last year, the Stanislaus County Sheriff's Office noted that Solorio would follow the woman home after her shift and even slept in his car outside her residence. And now it's getting creepy. He was seen observing her family members and checking doors for ease of access in the days leading up to the incident, per the sheriff's office. Well, my love, mi corazón, I'd love to take you to Mexico and worship your feet after they've walked miles on the same sand that the cartel beheads people on. I can see him not even looking at her face when he asks her out, not her hips or her chest. I hate to see you leave, but I love to watch you go. And it's just staring at her ankles the entire time. On May 21st, 2025, after the woman's father left the residence, Solorio broke into the home. According to the district attorney's office, the sheriff's department added that the victim then awoke to the shocking scene of Solorio sucking and biting her toes and attempting to get her into bed. Wow. Although terrified, the victim managed to talk with Solorio in a friendly demeanor in an attempt to keep him calm and de-escalate his actions. The district attorney's office said, per the release, way to go staying calm under pressure. And I know this was immense pressure. Family members ultimately came to the woman's room and demanded that Solorio leave. They should have whooped his ass, which he did. The release states he got off too easy. He was arrested after the woman called 911. See, he wanted a foot in his mouth. The family should have gave him a foot in his ass. He was arrested after the woman called 911 and admitted to breaking into her home when questioned by authorities. Of course, I love to hear your thoughts on this. I love to hear your opinions on this. There you have it, ladies. Cristian Solorio. When you say you want a man that don't play about you, there's a thin line between him and this guy.